Hare Krishna, third canto, third chapter, fourth verse. Kakudmino avidana shodamitva Swayamvare nagnajitim uvaha Tad bhagnamanam apigridyato agnya Jagne akshataha shastrabhrita swashastre. By subduing 7 bulls whose noses were not pears, the Lord achieved the hand of Princess Nagnajiti in the open competition to select a bridegroom. Although the Lord was victorious, his competitor asked the hand of the princess, thus there was a fight. Well equipped with weapons, the Lord killed or wounded all of them, but he was not hurt himself. So this is the instance from Krishna book. Uddhava was approached by Maitreya, by Vidura. And Vidura told him to tell him something about Krishna. And Uddhava is in Samadhi. He is in ecstasy. He first remembers the pastime of Krishna in Vrindavan. In short, he is explaining the whole life of Krishna. And now he is meditating on the Krishna's pastime in Mathura and Dwaraka after that. One inside Vrindavan, one outside Vrindavan. So now our situation is that Krishna, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, has already many wives. Rukmini is already there. And he goes to one more king, and he had put a condition for his daughter. And actually all these were great devotees of the Lord. They were all wanting to serve the Lord as their wives, as his wives. And Krishna comes, not that he is attracted to that woman. Krishna is accepting the service. And when he comes there, the very nice Krishna book explains, he talks to the father and he says, what is the need of all this? We are good friends. 7 bulls. And he says, no, that's all fine. This is the condition I put. I said, okay. And Krishna expanded to 7 forms, held each bull over. No, for Krishna, very easy. I know, Swabhaviki Jnana Palakriya. Naturally, Krishna has all the knowledge how to take care of the bulls. He does whatever is needed. Bulls are taken care of. But still, other people do not accept it. So there is a fight, and they are defeated, killed, or wounded. Like nothing happens to Krishna. Nothing can happen to Krishna anyway. Similarly, the next instance is meditating upon. The point here is saying that Krishna did all this not for his sake, it's for the devotee's sake. And here the next pastime is very sweet. Now he goes to Indrapuri, he goes to meet Indra to give certain things which are stolen by Bhaumasura. Bhaumasura has stolen all the earrings of Aditi, the mother of Indra, all those things. He came to return certain things he had stolen, and after defeating it. So he had taken, when he had killed Bhaumasura, taken Satyabhama with him. Actually, there is a reason for that, which Bhagavatam does not mention, but other Puranas mention. He had some benediction. For them, Satyabhama had to come for killing him. It was bewildering why he'll take Satyabhama to a battlefield. Because Satyabhama is finally Lakshmi. She is the origin of Bhudevi. So there is some reason. Amar Chitrikata has that. I was saying. Other Puranas. But Bhagavatam doesn't go into that. Focuses on. Krishna book doesn't go into that. And then what happens is that when Satyabhama continues after defeating Bhaumasura, taking the earrings, Krishna goes. And when he goes to Indrapuri, he gives the things to Indra. We give it to your mother. All this is fine. And when he is going, Satyabhama says, can I have the Parijata tree? So Krishna says, okay, take. And Krishna plucked the whole tree out. And Indra, very nice word, you understood what I said? Atamat manate jagat. Indra is a henpecked husband. He is too much enchanted by his beautiful wife, Sachi. And he thinks Indra is also henpecked. That is the problem. That is where the problem came. He decided to punish Krishna, thinking he is also acted covered by the three modes. Just imagine. Therefore we say we should be very careful. And he is disturbing Krishna Leela. We are discussing this point. Sometimes we think why we cannot join Krishna Leela. The point is even Devatas are disturbing Krishna Leela. Who are you? Okay. We are more of Danava than Devata. Danavas, they attack Krishna Leela, and Devatas, what they did? They also try to disturb. It's Krishna Leela you are disturbing. Who are you? It is Krishna's kingdom. Doesn't he have a right to take anything from anywhere and offer to anybody he wants? And you idiot, the Devata is disturbing his Leela. Therefore, you are not fit to be part of his Leela. You are not fit. Therefore, Devatas cannot enter Krishna Leela. They are not allowed. They are not allowed. Correct? And the most beautiful of Krishna Leela, Rasa Leela, Devatas could not enter. Not Shiva did enter. He is a pure devotee. Did enter. But it says when the Kirtan started, he started with Tandava when he was caught. He had taken the beautiful gopi, very white color, fair gopi, Gopishwara. And then he was told, all caught him. You go, you protect the dham. You're not. Tandava is disturbing our Rasa Leela. It was only to Tandav. So anyway, so their Devatas could not enter. They could watch from a distance, but they cannot enter there. They are not qualified. Similarly, beautiful pastime of Krishna with Mother Yashoda, and here Indra is throwing water, doing all the nonsense. Brahma also disturbed Krishna. Brahma, he stole the coward boy. What are you doing, Baba? Krishna having fun with his coward boys. Who are you to disturb him? Aren't you scared of what you are doing? And he did later, he begged pardon, and then it is said later he became Haridas Thakur, just in the whole mood of having offended the Lord's Leela. He wanted a very humble position. Therefore he took the tapasya of being a Haridas Thakur. Whatever it is, they disturb. Who are we? We also will disturb. We are not qualified to enter Krishna Leela. Just to look at it, what happens actually to anybody, or the same thing we will do. Because we have certain weaknesses, we think Lord also has the same weaknesses. I am henpecked, I run after, and therefore Krishna is also like me. And Krishna is also, anybody you see is governed by the modes. Hey, you're crazy or what? We punish him. So he thought of punishing Krishna. On what basis? He thought he's also covered by the modes, like him. And he decided to punish Krishna. Very interesting. Very interesting. And definitely what he can punish. All the Devatas came and alone, all were defeated by Krishna. All the Devatas, this power of Devatas. People worship. Krishna is one of the Devatas. If they read this pastime, they understand. We are reading in Bhagavatam every day. And the Devatas themselves, after making a mess, that time they were cursed by Durvasa Muni. Indra was made a mess and made. See, still, Indra is much greater than us. We should never disrespect Devata. That is one of the offenses. They are all administrators on behalf of the Lord. But it is a lesson for us. Prabhupada said, whenever these things are there, we should take it as a lesson for us. How much I should be more careful. Not that Indra has done mistakes, so I'll also do. Brahma has done mistake, I'll also do. No, that is not the lesson for us. Lesson is how much more I should be careful. How much more I should be careful. Look at Indra. Such a powerful position, so sattvic personality. He made a mess trying to, because transcendental phenomena is much above the three modes. Correct? With all the knowledge, but anyway the knowledge within the three modes, Indra's knowledge. He doesn't have complete spiritual knowledge, and he made a mess, could not understand. So how much more I should be careful? How much more? Not that Indra has done, so chalo bhai, Indra hai to hum bhi kar sakte hain, kya hai? I will also attack Krishna, I will also disturb Krishna Leela. No. And we were reading Govardhan Leela, how much Krishna was careful, because the devotee is involved. Other Danavas, little that disturbed Krishna Leela, Krishna just killed them. That washerman, Krishna just give me clothes, he didn't give, just threw his head in the air. You see that everywhere Krishna is acting so strictly. Slightest anybody, demon or demonic person disturbing Krishna Lila, Krishna did not. His mercy was killing them. All of them. Killing also is mercy of Krishna. But Indra, what they did finally? Not much. But Indra did the maximum damage if you try to see. He almost was about to kill the whole Vrindavan. Just because his ego is hurt, he wants to give punishment, just like sometimes it happens. I remember when I was just joined Infosys with my classmates, we went to somebody, one of the roommate, we were doing together. I said, let us go for party, my birthday party, you have to come. I said, what will I do? I don't eat meat, I don't drink, what will I do in a party? No, you just come, you're living together, you should come. I said, okay, if that is the cost I have to pay, live together, I'll come. So I went there. They were all drinking, eating meat, drinking, and I was having some namkeen in a corner sitting. I was also not totally fixed up, but at least fixed up not to do all those sinful activities and chanting some rounds. And then what happened? Suddenly one waiter, they were drunk. My friends were totally drunk. Other side, some local gunda, they were also drunk. Bangalore is somewhere in Koromangala. That time, Electronic City was not there. So then they were drunk, and then we had gone in bikes. So the other party, the waiter, sometimes it happens, he served that party first. They were regular customers probably. We were just youngsters, man. So these were drunk. And they went to challenge the other party. Aapka kyun? Humne order pehle diya. And that man ego got hurt. That gunda, local gunda. He took the bottle, broke the bottle, So it's like, how they about to attack. I saw the situation. I just ran away from that. I said, I'm not this much I can be part of. I cannot be part of this now. Physical fight is about to start. I remember still I was running on the road, I don't know what to do. All trucks and all moving in the Koromangala. We were a little gone on the highway, which goes to some chungi and all like that. And I remember came to my room. I don't know whether anybody will come alive now. Anyway, the situations are very complicated. Why did I come to this pastime? Ego. So just ego. Slight ego hurt. They were about to kill. And that happened. You see, every day, slight ego hurt people, murder people. Just because. And Indra, I just imagine, his ego is hurt, wants to kill all the assets of the Lord. The amount of water he was pouring was devastating, isn't it? Out of season. And the whole was drowned them. Just because his ego is hurt. Just look at him. And you think we can participate in Krishna Leela? We are nowhere near Indra. Okay, we are not Danavas who will attack Krishna Leela, but we are also not Devatas. We will not be able to handle Krishna Leela. We cannot just handle. It's very important. So it's very, very important to understand. Okay? Now we go to Prabhupada pastimes. Please forgive me. So similarly, Prabhupada's mission is also like that. In the 3 modes, we will disturb Prabhupada's mission. We should be very conscious. We can destroy his mission. We should be very, very careful. Very, very careful. Every act we do, people are watching us. Every act we do, people are looking at us. And does it build the name of Prabhupada or is going to destroy the name of Prabhupada? We should be very, very conscious. True or not? People have not seen Prabhupada, they know us. And everything we do, they're going to judge us. And by that, we should know whether this is going to build the name of Prabhupada. Prabhupada people will say, Prabhupada is so great. Correct? Will we bring honor to Prabhupada by our activity or will bring down the honor of Srila Prabhupada? That we should have very much in question. Correct? Devotee sacrifices everything actually. Personal things are not very big things. Because finally it's a bag of stolen urine we are having. Not a big deal. We are ready to sacrifice. Devotee does so much austerity. Just like we are doing austerity today. We are fasting for Prabhupada. Okay, one meal is missed. We sacrifice something. We are ready to sacrifice anything for Prabhupada. Not a big deal. Okay? We should know what is there. Material things are not a very big deal. But always we are conscious, very, very conscious with the act we are doing. Generally what happens in a devotee's life, there are 2 kinds of duties. Prabhupada says in the shloka, Apichetu Sudaracharo. apichetu suduracharo bhajate mam ananyabhag sadhureva samantava samavavasto saha. Prabhupada writes the purport very nicely. He says that there are two kinds of duties a person has in life. One duties are in relation to the Lord. These are called constitutional duty. I am supposed to serve Krishna. So in this duty, whatever is needed, I do it. Correct? Okay. I get up early morning. I chant Hare Krishna. This is my constitutional duty. Attentively, I hear the holy name of the Lord. This is one duty. Because after that, once the morning is over, day is very distracted. Therefore, Kartik month is good to get up as early as possible and chant. Chant more. Many devotees there. Yesterday I met somebody. She said, I started chanting 32 rounds. Now I am going to maintain rest of my life. It's very. Say Purushottam Masa, I chanted 32 rounds. Now it has become part of me. So nice if you add some sadhana in Kartik month. Anything if you add, do it for. It even psychologically known. You do something for 21 days, they say psychologists. Anything you maintain, you can continue it. You add extra rounds to your life, it will become part of your life. You add extra reading to your life, it will become part of your life, which will only enhance you. Enhance your devotion to the Lord. So one duty is a constitutional duty, and we can take advantage of these festivals and this particular festival. Today is a festival on Kartik, very, very auspicious day. So all this we can use to enhance our devotion to the Lord. Always being bound by the orders of Prabhupada. Totally we are bound. Whatever happens, I am bound. Prabhupada used to say, very easily you can be free from sex desire. Why? I will not have sex, just decide this one thing over. He says that. In fact, it comes in Bhagavatam, where the short discussions are there. Sometime, Bhishma is asked how to get free from this, or some places. Just like, say, take an example. You have decided you will not wear sari. You are a brahmachari. Correct? Okay. Or you have decided, take a simple thing. You will not drink tea. You have decided. There is the advertisement of tea of 1 crore, 100 crore, 1 trillion crore, 1 trillion crore. Does it make any difference to you? 3D. You are doing a laptop on 3D. Tea, so nice, with audios, effects. I'm not going to drink tea. You have decided. So once you have decided that whatever Maya trick may do, it will not touch you. Because you have already decided, I'm not going to do this. Correct? Similarly, I am bound by Prabhupada. Already I am bound. Over. Mind is so peaceful immediately. Therefore, we just have to be obedient to Prabhupada. Mind is so peaceful immediately. Oh no. I said no. I have already told Prabhupada this. That's why the Guru is there. Guru is there because my mind is what do you call it? Anything is less. You say pit of stool, that is also less. Mind is, you cannot say what it is. It's the most horrible. Kali Yuga minds are so weak. And then you cannot depend on this mind. Guru means what? What does it mean? And in ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada is the primary shelter.
ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞಾ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಅಥವಾ ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಕಳೆದ 50 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಾದ್ಯಂತ ಹರಡುವಲ್ಲಿ ನಿರತವಾಗಿದೆ. ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಮಹಾಪ್ರಭುಗಳ ಅತ್ಯಮೂಲ್ಯ ಕೊಡುಗೆಯಾದ ಯುಗಧರ್ಮ, ಕಲಿಯುಗದ ಮಹಾಮಂತ್ರ ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ 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 ಹರೇ ಹರೇ, ಹರೇ ರಾಮ 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 ಹರೇ ಹರೇ ಮಂತ್ರವನ್ನು ವಿಶ್ವದೆಲ್ಲೆಡೆ ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಮಾಡುವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಸತತವಾಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನು ವಿಶ್ವದೆಲ್ಲೆಡೆ ಪಸರಿಸಲೆಂದೇ ಶ್ರೀಲ ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದರು 1966ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮೆರಿಕದ ನ್ಯೂಯಾರ್ಕ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸಿದರು. ಕೇವಲ 12 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಅವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದೆಲ್ಲೆಡೆ 108 ಕೃಷ್ಣ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಗಳನ್ನು ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸುವ ಮೂಲಕ ತಮ್ಮ ಮಹಿಮೆಯನ್ನು ಮೆರೆದರು. ಶ್ರೀಲ ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದರು ಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸಿದ ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯು ಬೆಳೆದು ಹೆಮ್ಮರವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತ ವಿಶ್ವದೆಲ್ಲೆಡೆ 500ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ದೇವಾಲಯಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಕೋಟ್ಯಾಂತರ ಮಂದಿ ಭಕ್ತಾದಿಗಳನ್ನು ಒಳಗೊಂಡಿದೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನಾಮದ ಮಹತ್ವ ಹಾಗೂ ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಎಲ್ಲೆಡೆ ತೀವ್ರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಾಪಿಸುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಶ್ರೀಲ ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದ ಹಾಗೂ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯ ಸಂದೇಶದಿಂದ ಪ್ರಭಾವಿತಗೊಂಡ ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದ ಶಿಷ್ಯರ ತಂಡ ನಾಮನಿಷ್ಠದಾಸರ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಆಗಮಿಸಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನು ಕರಾವಳಿಯೆಲ್ಲೆಡೆ ಪಸರಿಸುವ ಪಣ ತೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಧಾರ್ಮಿಕ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯುಳ್ಳ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಜನತೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನು ತುಂಬು ಹೃದಯದಿಂದ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸಿದೆ. ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಶ್ರೀ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಧಾ ಗೋವಿಂದರ ಆರಾಧನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ನಂತೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿತು. ಅಂದಿನಿಂದ ಈ ದೇವಾಲಯವು ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯ ದಿವ್ಯ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಹಾಗೂ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಕೇಂದ್ರವಾಗಿದೆ. ನಗರದಾದ್ಯಂತ ಹಲವಾರು ಭಕ್ತರನ್ನು ತನ್ನೆಡೆಗೆ ಸೆಳೆಯುವ ಈ ದೇವಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಧಾ ಗೋವಿಂದರಿಗೆ ದಿನಕ್ಕೈದು ಬಾರಿ ವಿಧಿವತ್ತಾಗಿ ಪೂಜಾರಾಧನೆಗಳು, ನೈವೇದ್ಯ, ಕೀರ್ತನೆ, ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತಾ ಹಾಗೂ ಶ್ರೀಮದ್ ಭಾಗವತದ ಪ್ರವಚನಗಳು ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತಾ ಬಂದಿವೆ. ವಿದ್ಯಾನಗರಿ ಎಂದೇ ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧವಾದ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ದೇಶದೆಲ್ಲೆಡೆಯಿಂದ ಹಲವಾರು ಯುವ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳನ್ನು ತನ್ನೆಡೆಗೆ ಸೆಳೆಯುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಇವರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಮತ್ತು ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನು ತುಂಬುವಲ್ಲಿ ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಸತತವಾಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತಿದೆ. ವಿದ್ಯಾಪಾರಂಗತರಾದ ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಭಕ್ತಾದಿ ತಂಡ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲೇಜುಗಳಿಗೆ ಭೇಟಿ ನೀಡಿ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಬೋಧನೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ನಿಜಕ್ಕೂ ವರದಾನವಾಗಿದೆ. ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಶಾಲಾ ಕಾಲೇಜುಗಳಿಂದ ಅಪಾರ ಪ್ರಶಂಸೆ ದೊರೆತಿದೆ. ಕಾಲೇಜುಗಳ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಾಪಕ ಸಮಿತಿಯಿಂದ ತುಂಬ ಸಹಕಾರವೂ ದೊರೆಯುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳನ್ನು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳನ್ನಾಗಿ ಪರಿವರ್ತಿಸುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಇದಲ್ಲದೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಪವಿತ್ರ ಧಾಮಗಳಿಗೆ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಯಾತ್ರೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಇವರು ಆಯೋಜಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಪವಿತ್ರ ಗ್ರಂಥವಾದ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳನ್ನು ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಚಲಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಧಾರ್ಮಿಕ ಹಬ್ಬಗಳಾದ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಜನ್ಮಾಷ್ಟಮಿ, ಗೌರ ಪೂರ್ಣಿಮಾ, ರಾಮನವಮಿ, ನರಸಿಂಹ ಜಯಂತಿ ಮುಂತಾದವುಗಳನ್ನು ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕ ವಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಅದ್ಧೂರಿಯಾಗಿ ಆಚರಿಸುವುದರಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಧಾ ಗೋವಿಂದ್ ಭಕ್ತ ತಂಡದ್ದು ಎತ್ತಿದ ಕೈ. ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಜನರು ಈ ಹಬ್ಬಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಿ ಭಗವಂತನ ಕೃಪೆಗೆ ಪಾತ್ರರಾಗುವಂತಹ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಯೋಜನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಗುರು ಶ್ರೀಲ ಪ್ರಭುಪಾದರು ತಮ್ಮ ಅತ್ಯಮೂಲ್ಯ ಸಂಪತ್ತಾದ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಸಮಾಜಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡುಗೆಯಾಗಿ ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ಮಾನವ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಾಂತಿಯನ್ನುಂಟು ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಎಂದರೆ ಸುಳ್ಳಾಗಲಾರದು. ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ಜನರ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆಯನ್ನುಂಟು ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಭಾಷೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಲಭ್ಯವಿರುವ ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳು ಕೈಗೆಟುಕುವ ದರದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಶ್ವದೆಲ್ಲೆಡೆ ದೊರಕುತ್ತಿವೆ. ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಇದೀಗ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಪುಸ್ತಕದ ಪ್ರಕಾಶಕರು ಎಂಬ ಹೆಗ್ಗಳಿಕೆಗೂ ಪಾತ್ರವಾಗಿದೆ. ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳನ್ನು ಮನೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ತೆರಳಿ ಜನರಿಗೆ ತಲುಪಿಸಲು ಹಲವು ವಿಧದ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೈಗೊಂಡಿದೆ. ಕ್ಯಾಂಪೇನ್ಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ, ಹಬ್ಬ ಹರಿದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬುಕ್ ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ಸ್ ಇಡುವುದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಪುಸ್ತಕಗಳ ಹಂಚುವಿಕೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಮಾರಾಟ ಸತತವಾಗಿ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತಿದೆ. ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ದಿನನಿತ್ಯವೂ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತಾ ಹಾಗೂ ಶ್ರೀಮದ್ ಭಾಗವತಂ ಪ್ರವಚನಗಳು ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಟಿವಿ ಚಾನೆಲ್ V4 ನ್ಯೂಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಸಾರವಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗಳು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ನಲ್ಲೂ ಲಭ್ಯವಿದೆ. ಒಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಸ್ಕಾನಿನ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಿಸ್ವಾರ್ಥ ಸೇವೆಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲೆಡೆ ಪ್ರಶಂಸೆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತವಾಗಿದೆ. ಬನ್ನಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯುವ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಹಾಗೂ ಧಾರ್ಮಿಕ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಪಾಲ್ಗೊಂಡು ಭಗವಂತನ ಕೃಪೆಗೆ ಪಾತ್ರರಾಗಿ ಭಕ್ತಾದಿಗಳ ಸಂಘದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕವಾದ ದಿವ್ಯ ವಾತಾವರಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ದಿನ ತಂಗಲು ಎಲ್ಲ ಅನುಕೂಲಗಳನ್ನು ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ರಾಧಾ ಗೋವಿಂದ್ ದೇವಾಲಯ ನಿರ್ಮಿಸಿದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಭಕ್ತಾದಿಗಳಿಗೆ ತುಂಬು ಹೃದಯದಿಂದ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಕೋರುವ ಇಸ್ಕಾನ್ ರಾಧಾ ಗೋವಿಂದ್ ಭಕ್ತವೃಂದ. ದಿನಂಪ್ರತಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಗವತ ಹಾಗೂ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಪಡೆಯಲು ಈ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆಗೆ ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಕಳುಹಿಸಿ. ವಾರಾಂತ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯುವ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಈ ನಂಬರ್ ಮೂಲಕ ನೀವು ಭಾಗವಹಿಸಬಹುದು. ನಮ್ಮ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ www.iskonmangaluru.com. ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ.